First Things First is a guide to reclaiming control over your time, not by doing more, but by choosing what matters most. Instead of simply managing time, this book challenges you to manage yourself, your values, and your priorities. The Clock and the Compass. The book introduces a powerful metaphor, the clock and the compass. The clock represents schedules, appointments, and how we manage our time. The compass, on the other hand, stands for vision, values, and what's truly important in life. Most people are obsessed with the clock, constantly checking tasks off their list, racing from one commitment to the next. But the real question is, are you moving in the right direction? The compass helps you ensure that your actions align with your deepest values. The tyranny of the urgent. Many people live in what the book calls the tyranny of the urgent. Urgent things, ringing phones, emails, last-minute requests demand immediate attention. But urgent is not always important. In fact, spending your life responding to urgent matters often means neglecting the truly important things that don't clamor for attention. Relationships, personal growth, meaningful work. The 4 quadrants. To break free from the tyranny of the urgent, the book introduces the Time Management Matrix, a tool that divides activities into 4 quadrants. 1. Quadrant 1, urgent and important. Crises, pressing problems, deadline-driven projects. These demand immediate attention and are genuinely important. 2. Quadrant 2, not urgent but important. Prevention, relationship building, planning, personal growth. These are the activities that matter most, but are easy to neglect because they're not screaming for your attention. 3. Quadrant 3, urgent but not important. Interruptions, some emails and calls, other people's minor issues. They feel urgent but don't contribute much to your long-term goals. 4. Quadrant 4, not urgent and not important. Trivia, time wasters, excessive TV or social media. These drain your time without adding value. Most people spend their lives in quadrants 1 and 3, reacting to urgent demands. The key, however, is to invest more time in quadrant 2, important but not urgent activities, which leads to greater effectiveness, deeper relationships, and a sense of fulfillment. Living by principles. The book argues that effectiveness comes from living by principles rather than reacting to circumstances. Principles are timeless truths such as integrity, honesty, and respect. When you align your actions with these principles, you build a strong foundation for decision-making. Instead of letting your schedule dictate your life, you let your values guide your choices. The power of the mission statement. One of the book's most practical suggestions is to create a personal mission statement. This is more than a list of goals. It's a reflection of your deepest values and vision for your life. By crafting a mission statement, you clarify what matters most to you. This statement becomes your compass, helping you make decisions and set boundaries. Weekly planning. Putting first things first. While daily to-do lists are common, the book recommends weekly planning as a more effective approach. Why? Because it allows you to see the bigger picture and prioritize quadrant 2 activities. Each week, you review your roles, parent, friend, professional, community member, and set meaningful goals for each. This ensures that you're nurturing all areas of your life, not just reacting to what's most urgent. The courage to say no. One of the hardest lessons in the book is the importance of saying no. When you're clear on your priorities, you realize that every yes to something unimportant is a no to something that truly matters. Learning to say no without guilt protects your time and energy for what's most meaningful. Synergy and interdependence. The book emphasizes that effectiveness isn't just about individual achievement. True success comes from working with others, building trust, and creating synergy. By valuing interdependence, you multiply your impact and create a richer, more fulfilling life. This means investing in relationships, listening deeply, and seeking win-win solutions. Renewal, sharpening the saw. Finally, the book introduces the concept of sharpening the saw. Regularly renewing yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Just as a dull saw can't cut wood efficiently, a worn-out person can't be truly effective. Scheduling time for exercise, learning, reflection, and relationships ensures that you remain energized and resilient. Putting it all together. First Things First is more than a time management system. It's a philosophy for living with integrity and purpose. By focusing on what matters most, aligning your actions with your values, and investing in important relationships and personal growth, you gain a sense of control and fulfillment. The book provides practical tools, mission statements, weekly planning, the time management matrix. But its real power lies in its call to live consciously and intentionally. Instead of letting life happen to you, you become the architect of your own destiny, guided by a clear sense of purpose. The urgent will always be there, but you have the power to choose the important. So, are you ready to stop letting the urgent steal your life from the important? Will you keep racing the clock, or will you start following your compass? What would happen if you put first things first every single day? Are you willing to say yes to what matters and no to what doesn't? How might your life change if you truly lived by your deepest values? If these questions spark your curiosity, maybe it's time to pick up First Things First and see where your compass leads you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to BitBooks for more thought-provoking journeys through the world's most impactful books. What will you put first? Starting today.